I wanted to just talk about Marchas. So, first of all,
Yeah.
that's the bedrock. Before we even discussed that this was a book about identity, you kept talking about lemons and chilies and stuff. So, if you can hold the book up for those that haven't managed to get a
Yeah,
copy, or,
this version of it.
brilliant. And shall we just quickly mention the story? This is in a way a brown girl project,
Yeah.
right? Um, um, Sanjana Hari Prasad, I don't know if she's in the room, but she's a Bangalore-based artist, and she created the Chili graphic. Meera Chauhan is based in Leicester, and she did the font that we needed, a bespoke Indian font. And then the Soulful Group, which is predominantly me at the moment, pulled it together. So there's something nice about that, isn't there? The three Asian ladies, four Asian ladies were involved in the cover design.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's we're talking about empowering brown women and supporting them, and I can't think of a better way to do that.
And then we go on to the poem Marchas. All these tales, old wives' tales and sayings.
Yeah, I want to know if anybody else also got told this. If you have, can you like put like a thumbs up or something in the chat, which I'm going to look at later. But yeah, I just found it really curious that every time, because I used to love like chili pickle, and like people like my grandparents would stop me, so even not just grandparents, like elderly relatives, if you go to like weddings or something or community events, and I just random old women saying you shouldn't eat too much of that, although I'm not sure, maybe it's right, because a lot of things to do with Ayurveda are now like being practiced. So I don't know if there's some truth to it, I don't know, but at the time I was just like, what is this? I just want to eat my chili pickle.
But of course,
Why can't I?
but the premise of it, even if there's that physiological truth, which there is, we know some communities don't eat these things that accelerate
Yeah.
the blood flow. But the premise of it is that you shouldn't have the same physiological reaction to things as your
Yeah.
male counterpart, which is anger.
Yeah, and I think that it's like um how we police women with
Yeah.
our behavior. Like, it's always, I've noticed, again, I'll speak about this when we talk about brown girl problems, the set of poems, but I've noticed that it's mainly other women that are telling me that, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Mm.
But I think I've never really heard like elderly relatives say anything to like my brother about what he can or can't eat, is this isn't good for you, or things like that. So obviously it comes from a place of care, it's not a place of bitterness or stuff or anything, but I think it's just interesting how many ways we police other women.
Endless, absolutely endless, and that would be a much more academic debate, wouldn't it? And as
Yeah.
we know, you and I always said, today's really just about sharing that what's in our heart.
Hmm.
But there is all this debate. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Pretty.